Any takers?
Just one, so far. And you?
What?
Sit.
No, I'm not.
You're what? You're not grieving? You had a happy little firehouse where everyone was best friends and racial disparity was not a hot topic. And now?
Everything has changed.
Everything and nothing.
I know fire. I mean, I'm the person that studies them for fun.
But this fire.
This fire is beneath our feet. It's built into every foundation, our history, language, news coverage. It's everywhere. I mean, we vent fires to let out the hot smoke and gases so that we can contain the fire, but I don't see how we can contain this, let alone put it out. And growing up, we were taught about Black history and the civil rights movement. We were taught to believe that they had beat it. And I think on some level that belief was still inside of me because I didn't listen to Dean and I didn't listen to the mothers of those kidnapped girls. And I am so embarrassed saying that to you.
Well, you were taught that in school and probably also at home. And that teaching, it's the coal that keeps the fire hot. When I was a child and I learned about the Native American genocide, I pictured one small village of men with feathers in their hair who gave the white people turkey and then got mad that they wouldn't leave. Now, I pictured it because those were the literal pictures in my history books. And even though I knew that my people had been stolen from their homes and brought here chained up on ships, somehow I believed that textbook. I was 35 years old when I learned that in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and in the wake of that, millions upon millions of people who had been living here for 15,000 years were extinguished. And the ones who survived were fighting every day against a culture that still wants to pretend they don't exist. We learn when we learn. And the shame we feel at having taken so long to learn, well, that can be useful as long as we use it well. Once we know better, we have to do better.
When I was 13, I ran cross country and track. And during the off season, my dad would train a group of us girls who ran both. And he would push us too hard. And when I didn't hit a drill the way he wanted me to, he'd make me do it over and over and over until I would collapse on the ground. And my dad would leave me there. And one by one, my team members would lie down next to me, face to the concrete, eyes on me, silent, giving me space, but also making sure I wasn't alone. And my instinct is that that is what I have to do for the Black members of my team, to quietly show up and let them know that I support them. But I think that instinct is wrong. Because when my friends and I were 13, we didn't have the capacity to stand up against an abuse of power. And now I do. I have the power to stand up and say when something is wrong. I mean, I have the power to call out injustices when I see them. I have the power to make sure that everyone can breathe.